weather outside is extremely terrible. It's actually raining right now, but I still wanted to make a video, so I figured I'd make a video of my vlogging setup. This is what is in my hand while I'm filming out in the streets on my bike. This isn't all my camera gear, but it's it's the things I use the most. So I'll jump into the lenses first, the light, then the camera and the grip hand in hand. Starting off with this lens. This lens is a Canon EFS 18-135mm. Comes with an adapter. This is the actual lens. This is the adapter to run from Canon to Sony body. This is just a standard adapter. This lens is really cool. This is my go-to lens when I'm filming and I'm shooting myself. My goal is to buy a Sony lens, like one of these, but a 16-70. The wide angle of 16, and then you can shoot pretty far with 70. So I'm definitely looking into one of those, but this is what I shoot with mainly all the time when I'm pointing at myself. This lens right here is a Sony FE 1.8 55mm. It's not actually my uncle's. It's not even mine. He let me borrow it. He's heavy into photography, stuff like that. He has a bunch of bodies and lenses. This lens is incredible. Really good for portraits, in other words. And I get really cool shots with like blurry backgrounds, which is really nice. This lens is $1,000 though, so it is pretty pricey, but my uncle did say the best investment is in the glass. It pays off. I mean, this thing has gotten amazing shots, you know, for him and me. For the time that I'm using it, I'm in love with it. Comes with a little cover. You can leave it on or off, or you can put it like that. Really cool lens. I don't shoot like how I use this one because it's for vlogging. You can't really, it's too close up for me to actually get a picture of my face, so I don't use it for like actual vlogging myself, but I do use it for when I'm vlogging other people or other things. It gives me a really cool shot, so I definitely keep that like hand in hand, switching off back and forth. This light, it is a 64 LED on-camera video light. I think they go on Amazon for like 21 bucks, really cheap. But this light is extremely helpful when I'm shooting at night or when I'm filming some of my friends at night. It comes through, it has an on and off button, and then the you know, brightness, how bright you want it, how dim you want it. And it's really cool. It just takes 4 AA batteries. It has a little thing to lock it. It's extremely bright. It's just fits on your camera right there. Check it out. This is it at the lowest dimness, and this is at the brightest. So as you can see, it's extremely bright. I took it to a party one night, and then it literally lit up the whole entire room, which is awesome. And it's so small. That's what I really liked about it. It's the size of my palm, so like I can throw it in my pocket, in my backpack. It's really cool. I've seen others where they have 128 LED lights, and I think that's cool and all, but I'm not, you know, most of the time I'm not trying to light up a big thing. It's just mainly small objects. So this light is perfect for me. The size, the power and everything, and the portability, perfect. The body that I'm using is a Sony a6500. I made a video about this camera earlier on in the year. Badass camera, hands down my favorite camera. I've said before, there's some of the features that I really love. 1080p at 120 frames per second. That's my go-to because I'm doing BMX tricks. It makes the BMX tricks look really cool slow-mo, and just cinematic shots look slow-mo. When they look slow-mo, it looks really cool. I do not have a mic, so instead of having a mic, I put a Velcro. I have the little Velcro strip, and then I just put some cotton on it as like a wind noise reducer. I did it in my T3i and it worked. I mean, it's nothing compared to like what you have on an actual mic, but it does the job. You know, if it's not too severe winds, light winds, this definitely comes through. When I used to not have this, it was a hassle. I remember making videos and all the videos would come out with that wind noise, and it was annoying. So that's what I did. I just little Velcro, some cotton, you just strap it on. I do that to most of my cameras. I'm not saying I wouldn't want a mic. I'm just scared because I'm always out and about. My camera's coming in and out, and I don't want to drop like $100 on a really good mic and then it end up breaking and then I won't have a mic. So I wait off on it. I'll probably get one eventually, but as of right now, I really like how this sounds, so I'm just gonna keep it. Batteries, I carry 3 batteries on me. I'm always filming, so it's on and off. And then the memory card right here is a 128 gigabyte memory card. So clutch, never run out of memory. So I really like this. 10 out of 10, my favorite camera I've ever had. I also forgot to mention that I use a Canon strap. It came with a Sony strap, but it was too thin and it wasn't as cushiony as this Canon one, so I definitely like this one better than the Sony one, so that's why I have a Canon instead of a Sony. Now, most vloggers you see, like, they'll carry a Joby and they'll have it around. I mean, I have a Joby, don't get me wrong. I use it, but it's just it gets to the point where you use it so much, the wear and tear, you know, makes it flimsy and it's so annoying to set up, stuff like that. It was just annoying for me, so I did some research and I tried to find something. This is called a pistol grip. And this thing is badass because not only is it a grip, like that, put your camera, I'll show you guys right now. You set up your camera like this, and you have your lens right here, and it has a little pistol grip action to hold on, and you can shoot stuff. Really awesome. The main feature that got me though, that sold me on this, was the tripod. It's actually a tripod. These legs extend out as so, and you leave your camera anywhere, you know. Sets up like that, really nice and sturdy, and it's one set stance, unlike the Joby where I mean, yeah, you can mount it on fences and stuff like that, but to me it wasn't worth dealing with all that trouble, so I went with the pistol grip, and it's really cool for vlogging too. You just fold these legs back in, and then you bend it down a little bit more, and you're just like, you know, with the hand and the lens, and it works good for me. Personally, I really like this setup. So this is what my vlogging setup will look like so. And sometimes I'll throw on the light here and there whenever I need it, but usually if I'm filming at night, which most of the time I am, I'm actually surprised how much filming I do at night, or even photography when I start shooting photos at night. This really helps. But yeah, this is my basic setup, and it's pretty heavy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's partly because of the lens and the adapter, but I'm working on another lens, so it's gonna help. But even with this amount of weight, this little tripod holds it perfectly. And hands down, my favorite tripod for vlogging, just on the go. When I want to get up a cool time lapse or anything, it's just always nice to set up. That's pretty much my setup, aside from a mic, you know, which I do plan to get, but this is perfect for me. I mean, everyone's setup is different, whatever you guys like. I just felt like sharing it with anybody out there wanting to look, because personally, I like looking at other people's setups just so I can get an idea of how I can improve my own or get ideas from it. If you guys have any questions, just drop a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer. This overall is my weapon of choice. It's the best setup I've had. It'll be even better once I get a lens, but as of right now, this is my go-to. My baby does everything. Stay flipping. Peace.